I spar hard, you know, for so long, it's just like I never even fought that day or sparred that day. I don't feel any soreness at all. So I just sparred yesterday, and I'm not even sore. With 3 different guys, and these guys are taking my dome off, man. You know.
Do you think it has to do with your diet?
I think it has a lot to do with my diet. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that the amount of work that I put in, and my body's gotten used to it. Because, like I said, I'm a finish sparring with probably 160 rounds of sparring. So that's a lot of work, man. You know, and I remember we were doing like 26 rounds of sparring a week. 26 rounds. That's like two championship fights, and these are 3 or 4 different people.
Right.
You know, it's just not with one guy. It's like with 3 guys, and they all fresh.
Every 2 rounds you switch, or?
Every 2 rounds we switch. Sometimes every 3 rounds, and then we're doing 4-minute rounds too.
Right.
You know, so 30 seconds rest. It's insane.
So you're beyond ready.
Oh yeah, man. I've been ready a couple weeks ago. But what we've been doing was we've just been tapering down.
When you got off the bus, you were saying that you would want to fight Pacquiao right now.
Yeah, we can fight. We can fight anytime. It really don't matter. We ain't gotta wait till June 9th. You know, just make sure they had a paycheck there. You know, but we get it on anywhere. It don't matter. I know Pacquiao. He grew up fighting on the streets. Ain't no thing to him too. I read his book.
Anything interesting you found in this book?
Oh, he's a lot of interesting things, man. A lot of interesting things. I learned a lot about a lot of people that's around him. You know, he used to fight. He used to fight for money.
Right.
You know, on the streets over there. And that's the reason why you always hear him say, talk about the fans. He wants the fans to be happy. You know, because the more exciting he was, the more money they threw at him.
Right.
So the more he put on the show, the more money they threw at him, and it's the same concept.
You think he still looks at it like that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. He feels obligated to put on a show. It's his obligation. He feels like it's his job to put on a show for the fans.
Is there anything in this book that you found like you could relate to?
Not really. That guy lived a rough life, man. A rough life. He got stopped, you know, early on. There's a couple of fights. You know, he got stopped, dropped a body shot, stuff like that. But if anything, I think that this would be one thing that we can relate to. That you know, when he fought for the title, and he took the title, you know, from the champion. So I think we're gonna relate in this fashion. But
I think Mayweather Pacquiao overshadows Manny's fight.
What was that?
Do you think Mayweather and Pacquiao is going to overshadow this fight for Manny?
Overshadow? Oh, hell yeah. I think everybody's going to want to see the rematch after this fight. Everybody going to want to see the rematch after this.
So when you beat Pacquiao, is Mayweather Pacquiao a moot point?
The fight won't ever happen. The fight won't ever happen. The fight won't happen.
Would you fight Mayweather? You looking forward to that?
I don't know. Depends. It depends. That's always a thought, though. I mean, I beat Pacquiao. I mean, why not go after the next man? Mayweather. You know what I mean?
Tim, you talked a little bit about the drug testing stuff and wanted to be part of that movement. Is there a specific organization you want to be a part of, or you just like the whole idea?
I like the Olympic style. Whoever's in charge of the Olympics, whoever's doing the drug testing in the Olympics, that's what I want drug testing to be, if we are able to do it.
You wouldn't go with the organization that isn't doing the Olympics, but that's actually caught people in boxing?
I want to go with the Olympic style drug testing. Olympic style drug testing.
What's been the biggest challenge as you've gone through this? Getting used to the media attention? I mean, obviously you're a fighter. This part's not.
That's been easy.
Yeah.
That's been easy. The biggest challenge has been not overtraining.
You mean just because you're excited and you want to do a little bit more, just because it's a bigger fight?
Yeah, because I'm excited, and this is a big opportunity for me in my career, and you know, for my family, and the fact that I don't want to go in the fight, you know, half-stepping, you know, especially facing a guy like Pacquiao.
ask you, how difficult is it for your team to stop you just from keep training and training? Because you're like a racehorse, you'll keep going.
Well, I just try to listen to them. You know, we have our team meetings, and I know how far I can push my body before I actually hit that wall. You know, because I've done it for 18 years, so. But it's just finding that balance.
When have you hit that wall?
I've never hit it.
You never hit it
I've
yet?
never hit it yet.
In a fight, never?
One time.
When was that?
That was a while back. It probably had to be like my 12th fight or something like that.
What happened?
I was completely gassed after like the first round. You know, it's like I never trained for the fight.
Yeah.
You know, I felt extremely weak in the fight. I didn't lose the weight properly. You know, I was running like crazy. I just completely overtrained, and it was bad. I ended up stopping the guy, but you know, I felt like crap during that event. Yeah, I felt like crap, man.
What got you through that?
Just heart.
It's hard.
It's hard, man. You know, I've got my rib popped too in the fight when I fought again.
Second round.
In the second round. Still sticking out, man.
Ooh, yeah, I see that.
See it? I got it popped out second round in the fight, and it was the second round. It was an actual championship fight, and I went back to my corner and I swelled up, and I told my trainer, I said, man, I think he broke my rib. And he was like, what do you want to do?
I said, you have two options.
He said, what do you want to do? You have two options.
Stop the fight.
Stop the fight, quit, or hey, you got to stop this guy. And I said, I'm not stopping because I'm not losing my title, man. So I fought through it, man, and I ended up beating him. It was against Miguel Vasquez, you know, who's a champion right now. He's the IBF champion.
How much making that jump to 147 with Abreu the first time help you to kind of make this adjustment in terms of weight?
Well, I felt the power. You know, Abreu was a heavy puncher, but it wasn't enough to like scare me out of the division. It wasn't nothing I wasn't familiar with. But
I meant from a physiological kind of way.
I'm a natural 147 pounder.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's a comfortable weight for me. 147 pounds. I fought 147 pounds in the amateurs, and I fought as high as 152 pounds when they changed the weight division. So big guys don't bother me. I like them. I like the guys big. You know.
So it's harder to get to you if they're big, right?
Cause I can stay inside. I can stay inside of them, and you know, it takes longer for them to get their hands back to their face, you know, than the guy with shorter arms.
Sure.
You know, so I'm able to counter punch effectively and break them down.
I want to take back to what you were telling me earlier when you said your rib was popped and you're really in a bad spot. Was there something going on in your mind that you were referring back to, like to your childhood or something that you thought at that moment, like, you know what, I've been through a lot worse growing up, or you grew up, or my dad put me through a lot worse that, you know, I can overcome this, I can get through this.
It was nothing that I thought about. I didn't think about anything but protecting that rib.
Yeah.
And trying to win the fight. You know, every time I threw a punch, I was in extreme pain. I would grimace in the middle of the ring. You know, when we got close, he didn't even know he hurt me. You know, and that was the key, was not to let him know that he hurt me and not to let his corner know that he hurt me. Like, no one knew but my corner.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest challenge, is not allowing him to know that, you know, I was actually hurt. You know,
Make a good poker player.
for 8 rounds, man. Well, it was something that I learned young.
Yeah.
You know, never show weakness in the ring. You know, the minute you show weakness, then the guy knows he has you. So that was the hardest thing that I ever had to go through in the ring, man. This fight with a pop rib. That pain was extreme, man.
Every time you move and throw and...
Yeah. Every time I threw, every time I throw a punch, every time I jab, every time I moved, it was just pain. Yeah, I went to the hospital that night. I remember that.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Dude, it was 100, man. I never felt pain like that in my life.
He collapsed. Right after the fight, he collapsed. We had to carry him to the car.
I never felt pain like
He
that.
fought 10 rounds like that. Wow. 10 rounds with a broken rib.
You got caught by both times you got knocked down, and as much as you kind of didn't see it, you were coming in and boom. The first one seemed like you hurt, the second one was like a flash. Is that what you're worried about most in terms of Manny's power? Is the punches you don't see with him because he's so fast and he moves on a hot angle?
Nope. I don't even think about that. I never go into the fight thinking about somebody's power or thinking about being hurt or thinking about, what if he catches me. I just go in there and just live in the moment.